So, Tower Defense Simulator releases another collaboration with Roblox, and I don't know what to think about it. Before the update was even released, I was highly skeptical of it. I even made a few posts talking about my concerns, but was I really that wrong? I want to explain my thoughts in this video after the event has basically ended everything with its entire content additions. So, go ahead, sit back, relax, go grab some popcorn, because I haven't made a video in a long time, and I think it's finally time to talk some Tower Defense Simulator, since I haven't done that in a very long time. If I am going to talk about this event, I will throw out easy mode out of the window. We will only talk about impossible mode and mega mode, since those two modes are the intended experience. I'm going to address the elephant in the room, since people seemed to be pretty pissed off about it. I feel sometimes that reusing enemies is necessary. If the game had an established plotline since the beginning, take Tower Galactica for example, you don't see many new enemies on several planets in that game, but you can kind of brush it off as it makes sense in the story. Tower Defense Simulator has a really weird case of starting its plotline 3 years after the game was released, back in 2021 with Frost Invasion. The lore was much more expanded upon in 2023 with Lunar Overture. That is nearly 5 fucking years of not having a clear storyline, and this game still doesn't have a clear storyline. So I cannot really take the excuse of, but it makes sense plot-wise. I don't understand why they would just casually rename some of the enemies, add 2 new abilities to the korblox deathwalker, and call it a completely new mode. They did the same with Badlands 2 and Polluted Wastelands 2, which I just don't really understand the practice of. Other than that, I see the gameplay as completely fine. It doesn't add much to the table, and I think that's a really good thing. Although the cut wave structure on easy mode does actually perplex me. And I know I said I will not talk about this mode, but oh my god, can we stop cutting off waves from easier difficulties for absolutely no fucking reason? I think doing it for the standard 4 modes and the 3 special modes is fine, but when the developers do it for an event, I really don't understand why. Do the developers want the newer players to not see some of the enemies? Like, I know they did this in Mega Mode, but they don't do this in Easy Mode for some reason. I mean, you already use Fallens and Fallen Necromancer on Easy Mode, so why not use Frost Necromancer and Fallen Honor Guard as well? Literally a free mode extension. And also, I do have to mention the OST for this mode. Since there are 2 new songs, I won't be doing a full-on analysis of the songs, since I don't have the knowledge to do that, but I do have to mention the final boss OST, and how many references it has. Like, fucking hell, you don't put in old samples of unused Roblox sound effects, and also incorporate the great strategy leitmotif and just make it fucking work. Like, oh my fucking god, do I need to say how good the final boss theme is? I don't think I do, genuinely. Also, mentioning that rising arpeggio piano that Enthralist used has to be one of the most heavenly things I have ever heard. Yeah, that's enough about the music. Let's just get on to Mega Mode. Bro! And then we have the Mega Mode and the Mega Token for Tower Defense Simulator. The hunt itself had a few questionable quests, but getting to TDS genuinely felt like an achievement, since that's basically the only game I care about in the hunt. The mode itself has nothing to do with the activation process, which is going up to a computer and typing in Redcliffe Falls. The developers could have made so many cool ideas. I don't know, an example would be some kind of commander boss fight, since the guy literally has a Redcliffe sigil on his hat in the lobby, or make some new Redcliffe-inspired enemies. There is so much potential with making a mode actually revolve around the activation method. But I guess the laziest way possible to resolve everything was making a rebalanced impossible mode with set loadouts. It's a shame, really. Fuck off, I just fucking healed him! Seems like that's basically all that I can say about this event. I will not talk about the rewards this event gives, since they are just cosmetics, and I don't care much about those. So, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton, yada yada yada. I really don't upload much, since I do more streams than video uploading, and I also got school. If you didn't agree with something I said, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll make sure to read it and possibly give a reply to it. Alright, this was your host, VirusDetected, now clocking off.